Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Tebby with Bright Star Chiropractic.
Harrison Kuhn, HK Athletic Training.
So Harrison and I are working together, being a company called Motion Mechanics. So we made a program for seniors to start building strength. But today, I'm going to have Harrison coach us through learning how to do a hip hinge. So babies do this. If you watch them, just like when they go to pick stuff up, they do it. And then we lose the skill because we just sit too much and our body gets kind of like forgets how to do it all. So this is such a great skill for keeping your back safe and learning to use your hips again, because your hips are huge joints. They have lots of big muscles around them. So they're designed to carry a lot of load. Like somebody who's really strong can deadlift 1,200 pounds. So.
Well said, yeah. Yeah, for a lot of the clients that I see with back pain, hip pain, I would say 80% of those clients don't have a very good-looking hip hinge. So this is one where if you can get a good-looking hip hinge, it will teach your body how to move better. It will kind of change a lot of the mechanics of your motion. So yeah.
Okay.
So let's get started. So I'll have Dr. Tebby start seated. And there's many ways that I'll teach a hinge. This is just one of the ways, but it's a good way to start learning how your pelvis moves, how your hips move, and how your spine, in this case, sort of doesn't move as much. So I'll have Dr. Tebby put his hands right here on the bowl of his pelvis. And what he's going to do here is seated, so his hips are staying on the box. He's going to start to just kind of roll his hands forward. So you can see here he's closing this front angle here of his hip. And he's doing a really good job of keeping a nice neutral spine here. So come on back, Dr. Tebby. And yeah, let's go ahead and take your left hand off just so our viewers can see this. And I want you to do it again and show me a rounded spine. So this is something that we'll see a lot of people do is when they're coming down, they don't really know how to flex through their hip. So they're going to flex through their spine, right? Your body will find a way to get the movement it thinks it needs to get to the ground or get low here. So show us another really good rep, Dr. Tebby, here with your left hand off. Perfect. So you see he maintains that nice neutral spine here. And his sit bones now, instead of kind of pointing straight down towards the box, they're more pointed back towards the wall behind Dr. Tebby here. So let's do like maybe 2 more of those, Dr. Tebby. When you're doing these at home, I would say, anywhere from like 5 to 10 of them. You're not going to get a great loading or anything like that. It's more, again, just about understanding the movement of how that pelvis will change position as the pelvis kind of rolls forward here, and the hips obviously will change position, getting deeper as we go. So once you've had a few of those, you can go ahead and stand up. Dr. Tebby, anything to add on that?
Yeah, to make that easier, just try to get, if you're using a chair, maybe stack up some towels, folded towels, just so you can keep your hips above your knees. It doesn't need to be this high, but you don't want to be down here and then trying to do that movement because there's just no room.
Yeah, your hips will be out of room by the start of it. So very good point there, Dr. Tebby. All right, so we'll do a standing hinge now, okay? So same sort of idea. We're going to put the hands in the same place. And if you can't do that, if this is uncomfortable for your shoulders, you can also just go hands in front of the hips here. Like if you were to do a little march and wherever you feel a little crease in your thighs, that's where you would put your hands. But either way for Dr. Tebby here, he's going to have the same setup. So if you have the chair and the pads or the books or the pillows, whatever, same setup. He's a little bit in front of it. And what we're going to work on here is pushing the butt back. So Dr. Tebby's going to push his butt back without coming down and touching the box. And then we come on through. Now, why do we not want to touch the box? If we touch the box, we know we've come down a little bit. Again, not the end of the world, but that's going to be more of like a squatty type movement. And if you're trying to learn a true hinge here, we want our hips to mostly translate horizontally. So we want the pelvis and the hips going backward. And you see Dr. Tebby is making sure that he's not back too far, right? As his hips are going back, something's got to come forward so he maintains balance, right? So it's going to be the head and chest. So he should maintain the pressure right in the middle of his foot pretty much throughout. You might have a little more pressure in the heels on the way back, and then as he comes up and forward, he's going to put a little more pressure in the front of the foot and kind of push down through the front of his foot. The big thing that I see with people here on this one is they'll sometimes kind of like roll their spine under them and just get a lot of movement going on from the spine. And so again, what we want to try to get here is just a nice, neutral, unchanging spine that's reacting to the movement of the hips. So again, it's butt goes back and sit bones will start to point towards the wall behind us, and then butt comes forward, sit bones will point vertically straight down to the heels. So that's sort of what you're trying to get with this movement. And again, you can use a box, something, high to, again, you're trying to get as far back as you can with your hips over the box or over the chair without touching down, without falling back.
Yeah.
Right?
You can also use a wall, like if that's easier, just trying to reach back and touch the wall.
Mm-hmm.
But again, keeping that, you can even put a hand here just to make sure you're not pushing in, you're maintaining that nice neutral, unchanging spine.
Also, a really good idea to do this in front of a mirror if you can, or like a side view at a mirror, so you can actually kind of see, because you might be surprised what you think it looks like in your mind versus what it actually looks like. Yeah. That's why it's always good to have a coach or someone there who can kind of guide you through it as well. But this is a very, very basic movement that is really, to Dr. Tebby's point, most of us have lost our way on this, and we have a really tough time with this. So for a lot of us, we have, if you have sciatica, if you have, just really tight hips, we'll see a lot of compression through the glutes, through the backside of the hip. And this is a great way to start to open that up and just become a better mover and have less pain in general.
Yeah. So try it out, play around with it, and start to think about that before you go to pick something up in daily life. It's like, okay, I'm going to stick my butt back, and then I'm going to pick it up. And you'll just feel so much stronger lifting whatever it is that you're lifting. So enjoy.
Good luck with that, guys.